Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a blessed and wonderful day. My name is Lamika McGee and I'm the CEO and founder of Janae Sante LLC, where we seek to take women ages 18 and up and even young ladies 13 to 17 who are trying to discover their purpose and their passion and the will of God for their life, and who are trying to reach the destiny that He has called them to. And so through this ministry, through this business, I am seeking to take women to show them who they really are and their authentic beauty, for them to discover who they are in themselves, who they are in God, and for them to discover their purpose and what it is that God has called them to do. And so I'm excited to introduce to you all today Authentic Beauty Corner. And so here I will be coming on periodically to just give tips and encouragement and empowerment to the ladies out there who just need just a little extra boost, throughout their day and throughout their week. Here we'll talk about various things such as life, such as the Word of God. We'll also touch on professional aspects such as interviewing and, looking good for your interview, having your insides match your outsides in the way that you look. So we will be talking about various things throughout the week. And so I'm very excited to introduce Authentic Beauty Corner to you today. And so today what I would like to talk about is interviewing and a little bit about resume, but not too much. We're going to talk a little bit about interview, and I'm going to give you a couple of points in regards to how to interview in confidence. Most people love to interview sometimes, and then other people are just like terribly bad interviewers. As a hiring manager on my job, I see thousands of interviews, and I've seen thousands of resumes, and I've always noticed particular things that we look for as hiring managers, and the particular things that the potential candidate to get the position should be doing in order to kind of boost up their, I guess you could say, not their qualifications, but basically boost them up to show that they are the right person for the position. And so I want to start out with a scripture verse that the Lord gave me regarding this, and it is 1 John 5:14-15. And it says, "And this is the confidence that we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. And if we know He hears us whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desired of Him." And so, of course, in this day and age, you have to work. Whether it's you're an entrepreneur and you're working for yourself, or whether it's you're working, for somebody else. But the Bible also says if a man don't work, he don't eat, right? So you have to have some type of a job that brings in some type of an income, or a couple of jobs that bring in multiple streams of income or whatnot. But one of the things that we have to learn as people who are looking for a job and are looking to interview is you have to be confident. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to be confident in your abilities. You have to be confident in your education. Whatever it is that you feel like brings you the qualifications that the job seeks, and whatever you feel that the qualifications that you have to be confident in that, and so it's not enough to just walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm here for this position. Ask me your questions." And then they ask you questions and you're just like, one of the things that it does, doing that, shows that you didn't prepare, right? And so it shows that you didn't think that you were confident enough in yourself to even go in and be like, you know what? This is the job that I want. This is exactly what the job entails. I know what it entails, but you can explain to me some more how much it, what else it entails. But when you have that confidence about yourself, right from the jump, when you walk in, it's noticeable. That's one of the things that I look for when people come in to interview with me. I automatically look for, are you confident when you walk in? I'm usually the one that goes out and greets them and brings them in. And so when I go out and I say, "Hi, how are you doing? I am Lamika McGee. I'm one of your interviewers today. How are you?" And if you hit me with a weak handshake, or you hit me with a, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm automatically like, oh, they're not confident. And so, that can also hinder whether you get the job or not. So always, always, always make sure that you are confident in yourself. Make sure that you are confident in your abilities, and make sure that you can clearly articulate your skills, because that's important. If I ask you, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself, and then you tell me about yourself, and then I say, okay, you know, if I were to give you one thing and then turn around and you start working on that, and then I turn around and I give you something else, how can you tell which one is the priority or not? And if you're like, too much, I'm already like, scratch, because they don't really know, you know, how to deal with themselves. Now, of course, there'll be a little bit of leeway in there. Nervousness comes into play. You know, you're in front of a group of people that you don't know, and you want to make sure that you're making a good impression. So I take all that into account when I'm doing my interviews. But there comes a time where your skills and your confidence in yourself kicks in, and then you can automatically start spewing things off of, you know, your abilities. So just make sure that you have confidence in yourself. All right. So that's my first point. My second point, research, research, research. Whatever the job is that you want, whatever the description is, research that position so that you will come in already knowing what it is that the hiring manager is looking for. You know, I've had different instances where we would say, okay, so, you know, what do you believe this agency to be? And people like literally cannot speak to it. Like they cannot speak to what it is that our agency does and why we do what we do. And that's important, especially in a government agency. I work for the government. And especially in a government agency, you know, the government is big. You have the Department of Justice, the Department of State, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Veterans Affairs. Like you have all of these different departments, and each department does something different. So if you're interviewing for a position within a specific department, research what that department does, okay? It's very important. Research what they do so that you can go into it speaking to it. You know, I'm always impressed with somebody that comes in and sits down and says, okay, you know what? I understand that your agency does X, Y, and Z. I know that your secretary is this person. I know that your assistant secretary is this person. I looked at your website and I saw the statistics of X, Y, and Z. You know, according to those statistics, how does your office fare? Like when we hear things like that, we're just like, oh, we got somebody that did their homework. And it makes us excited because we want people who have interest in what it is that the agency actually does versus just wanting the paycheck, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to come to the job, you're going to have to report, you're going to have to do the work. And so we want to make sure that people who are coming to do the work are people who have done their background work in researching what the agency does. Also, research what the position is. You know, if it's a position that you've never heard of before, some research analyst or, you know, an operations specialist or a mission support specialist or, you know, some kind of IT person, like research what it is that the job actually is. Like pull up different job descriptions, pull up that job description, and then do your own internet search. I know one of the things that I do on my job, I write up things called superior qualifications for people. And so it requires me to have to actually research what these people do because they don't automatically come on knowing how to do the job that we're advertising for. And so, you know, that means that I have to dig through their resume and I have to look at their job and I have to go, okay, how do their qualifications stack up to what our job entails? And so that means now I have to do my research on them because I already know what our job entails. So now I need to figure out how their job matches my job and, or, you know, the job that we're advertising for. And so that requires me to go to Google. And so I Google a lot of people and I've Googled a lot of positions, you know, and so I would say that for those who are looking for a position, you know, research exactly what the job is so that you could come and speak into it. You could say, hey, you know, I did research on this position and I saw that in the position description, it says that I would be doing X, Y, and Z. Does that apply for the position here? Is that something that I would be doing? Because I'm really interested in that. You know, show the initiative that you took the time out to really research what the position was, what it entails, how that would apply to you, how your skills match what the position is, and why you would be the best person and be the best fit for the agency and for that position, you know? So definitely do your research. All right, guys, I'm almost done. I have one more point. And that point is Passion. And as you can tell, I am very passionate about recruiting and staffing and interviewing and resumes. That's one of my specialties. And so, you know, you must have a passion for what you're doing. It's not enough to say, hey, this job makes X amount of thousands of dollars. I need that much amount of money to live comfortably. Let me go try to get this job and let me just, you know, wing the interview. We can tell, as a hiring manager, we can tell right off the jump if this is something that you're passionate about. We don't want people who just want the money. We want people who are passionate about what it is that they do and the skills that they bring, so that we know that when you come on board, you're already going to bring your best. And then when you come on, we'll help to bring even better out of you in regards to your career. You know, I love my agency because of the fact that we move up quick. Like, we move up really quick in our agency. As long as you show that you have a passion for the work, that you have the capability of doing the work, and that you have the capability of doing the work in excellence, when promotion time comes around every year, I'm putting in everybody's promotion, because the supervisors have no issues promoting our people because of the fact that they have a true passion for the work. And so, you know, it's not enough to just say, oh, I want that job. Why do you want the job? What exactly do you feel that you can bring to the job so that the people on the job will be like, you know what? Your coworkers would be like, you know what? You were a great hire. The hiring managers knew exactly what they were doing when they brought you on. You are an awesome coworker. You know, they know that they can come to you for any questions and any help and assistance, and that you'll be willing to give it to them. You know, they know that when times get hard in the position and your supervisor getting on your nerves, or your director getting on your nerves, or whoever is getting on your nerves, another coworker is getting on your nerves, you know, you can go to them and y'all can go outside for a little bit and go have a cup of coffee or get a soda or something just to kind of woosah. Like, they know that, you know, you will be the one to work hard and that you're going to pull your weight in the position. Because a lot of times, and what I've noticed, especially in the government, a lot of the positions rely on other positions in order to get their job done. And so it's you know, it's like a group effort. Like, you know how you're in college and you do a group project, and so it's like a group effort. And so, you know, they're looking for somebody who's going to be a part of the team. But the only way that you can be a part of the team is if you're passionate about what the team is doing. Like, how can you be a part of a team and you don't even care 2 cents about what the team is doing and why the team is doing it? So, you know, you have to have that passion for the position. And so when you come in with the confidence, right? And then you come in knowing your research, and then you come in showing your passion for the position, I mean, it's just like, oh, she's a shoo-in. Let's go ahead and bring her in, you know, because of the fact that we already know that you're going to do a great job. You know, prime example, there was a person that we interviewed. And I was in both of her interviews. There was a person that we interviewed, and she was just so hype and so excited and so passionate about the work that it scared us a bit, you know. And she was just like, I will move across the street, because across the street, in the front of my building and behind my building is high-rise apartment buildings and condos. And so she was like, I'm so passionate about this work that I will move across the street. Like, every time there's a snow day, I will be here. Every time the doors are open, I will be here, because this is just what I want to do. This is my dream job, and I'm just so excited, and I just really want to be here. And we was like, whoa, time out. You know, we want you to have a life too, you know, work-life balance. We want you to have a healthy work-life balance too, as well. So I don't know if it's good for you to be living across the street and then being here every time the door's open. Like, can you go take a vacation? Can you take a couple days off? You know, and so it kind of scared us a bit. And we were just like, oh, this might be a little much for our office, you know? And so we held off. We held off a little on her. But then as we kept interviewing other people, and then we kept deliberating on who it was that we should bring on, we kept coming back to her. And it was just like, why do we keep coming back to her? Because, you know, she was real high strung and real like, I want this job, you know. But then we kept coming back to her, and we kept going, you know what? Even though she kind of frightened us in the beginning, That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody who is confident in their abilities. She did extensive research on our agency and what we did. I mean, all the way down to knowing everybody's names. Like, she did extensive research on us. And then she showed her passion, which scared us in the beginning. But then we was like, you know what? That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody with that kind of passion and that kind of dedication to what it is that, you know, the mission of our department does. And so we hired her. We hired her. And, you know, and it's been great. And so it's just, make sure you have those things. You know, it's not enough to just say, oh, I want this and I want this amount of money and I want all of that. We look for deeper than that. Yes, we know that the finances are important. Yes, we know that the salary is important and that you want to be able to sustain, you know, a great living for you and for your family. But we look for more than just that. And you should want a place, you know, of employment that will look for more than just that. They will look for, of course, they will pay you what you're worth, right? But then also take into account your skills. You know, if you went to college for business administration and or even something like marketing, and then you go to a marketing agency, you want them to be able to utilize the skills that you paid all that money to go to school for, right? So why not show that passion? Why not do that research? Why not have that confidence in what it is that you went to school for? You know, you researched in school and did all your papers. You were confident in your abilities sometimes to pass some classes. I know it gets a little hard. I'm still in school myself, you know. But then at the same time, you research, you know, the places that you want to go to and where you feel like you can move up and how you feel like you would do on the job. You know, as a hiring manager, we look for those things. So definitely make sure that you take the time out to do what it is that you need to do in order to get the job that you need to have and get the job that you want to have. And that counts for corporate America. And then that also counts as an entrepreneur. You know, as an entrepreneur myself, you know, I have to have confidence in my abilities to be able to do what it is that God has called me to do and speak to the people that He's calling to me. You know, I have to do my research. I have to make sure that I am, you know, up on my craft. It's not enough for me to just say I'm a certified life coach. What does that actually mean? I have to do research in my craft, you know, and I have to do research with the Lord, who speaks to me as I speak to clients, right? And then I also have to have a passion for what I do. I can't just sit around and do nothing, you know, with it all day and say, oh, I have my own business, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch TV for 10 hours. Like, you know, I have to have a passion for whatever it is that I'm doing, you know, as an entrepreneur. And then I also have to have a passion for what I'm doing in my 9-to-5. So, you know, it goes both ways, whether you're in corporate America or whether you are an entrepreneur. Make sure that you are doing what's necessary in order to gain what it is that you desire. And so again, welcome to the Authentic Beauty Corner. My name is Janae Sante. I am the CEO and founder of Janae Sante LLC. My name is Lamika McGee. Janae Sante is a part of my name too, though, but my name is Lamika McGee, and I'm the CEO and founder of Janae Sante LLC, where we seek to empower women all across the world to be the best in life, to be the best in whoever it is that God has called them to do. I empower them and I push them through coaching, through mentorship, through conferences and speaking engagements, and even other media such as books. And so be on the lookout for more coming from Janae Sante LLC this year. I'm excited to be with you all, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. There will definitely be more tips to come, so stay tuned. Each day is a theme day, and so stay tuned for the theme of each day from Janae Sante LLC. I pray that you all have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye.